How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're checking out a Artisan deck. So, recently, I've been looking over my deck list, and, very expensive. Very expensive. So, I decided to build an Artisan deck. Now, Raff, Commander I've never built around before, but blue-white seemed like a good combination for the particular type of goals that I was going for, and I could kind of build into his gimmick as well. So, he likes historic permanents. We have a lot of legendary permanents to help support him in that regard. But our main plan, we're blinking. We are blinky boys. That is our plan. Will it work out for us? Maybe. Maybe not. But this is actually the second time I recorded this. The first time I recorded it, I was doing a full historic build, and it didn't work out very well, and I had accidentally left in some rare lands. So we went back to the drawing board, and we came up with a blinkier version to, kind of get the creative juices flowing. Is opponent scared of Soul Hoarder? That is question number one. I would imagine so, because Soul Hoarder is a bit of a notorious threat. He probably could even be rare, honestly. So for those of you who have seen me play Artisan decks before in the past, this time around, there are some notable exceptions. Or notable changes, I suppose would be a better way of putting it. The last time I played Artisan, I did it by MTG Artisan rules, which means in regular Artisan formats in Magic the Gathering, whenever a card is printed at common, or if at any point a card is printed at common, it's legal in Artisan, which would mean that things like Counterspell and I think Land Tax would be legal in the format. Not very good for the health of a format, or not very good for. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Not very good for what I was trying to accomplish. I wanted to accomplish building a deck that was inexpensive on Arena. Rude opponent. That boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. He was just drawing me a card every turn. Don't need to draw me another card. There's just no getting around it. It's the most logical course of action. Listen, opponent, I've had to refine my deck to actually achieve my goals. And it's actually working out very well now. Five mana. That is an expensive boy. No attack. Go and get me a non-land, please. Against the odds is something I like. Because it means I get to do the thing. That's a problem. $23 days, opponent. I don't really have any good during my opponent blink style effects. That's bad. Number of planes you control. I only control 4 planes, which will not do the job. So let's activate you. Maybe there's an answer. Grasp of Fate. Grasp of Fate is an answer. That's good enough. And then we do this. So we want to blink that and return that. I guess you blink yourself today? File duplication is fine. Don't really need to land. This is coming together, but it's still like iffy. It's very iffy. Yargle is back. Just killed you. 23 minus 5 dead. We put up a good fight. Opponent just happened to have the free hand muscle and enough mana to cast Yargle multiple times. I should have just killed the boy, but I didn't think about it. Didn't think about it. And unfortunately, my blink did not target enchantments, or I could have just grasped it away after they got rid of their Yargle underneath of it. Rough. Still better than last time. Last time, we cast a couple of legendary creatures that didn't synergize together very well, and then died. So at least we gotta show off that, like, the synergies exist. You can pull them off. Although it was probably our best shot at a victory, and it did not go our way. Which is a shame. It is a shame. I don't know, recently I've been in between games, and the itch to return to old Vault Hunters has sprung up, and I really don't want to scratch that itch. I want to pretend that it does not exist. Mulligan again. Keep this. You can go back. Raff will trigger the Matrix. Card draw at this level is not great, but there are options. Kill me a snake man. No thank you, opponent. I do not want to see your snake man do snake man things. You're gonna cast a dinosaur and it's gonna make me sad. Also last time, I forgot that my commander had flash. Which is kind of one of his hallmarks. His necessary aspects. All Raff has to do is attack a couple more times. And we're good to go. I think I go Symmetry Matrix next. Do I go Symmetry Matrix? Yes, I am aware I can kill my own commander. Magic the Gathering Arena. Very cool. I kind of want to go for the path that leads to victory quicker. Nope. Blinking is cool, not necessary at this point in time. That's gonna be a problem. Let's kill that. Exile that. Undo an attack. Hey, we got the victory! Yes! That is good. That's good. Our opponent was not a fan of removal. I've been there. I've been in that head state before. Where you see your opponent remove 3 of the things that you think are intrinsic to your future in the game, and then it suddenly feels like, I don't want to be here anymore. Someone pick me up. But generally when you're in that state, it's not really as bad as you think it is. As you could see there from our hand state, like, we were pretty much out of gas after removing that final creature. Like, they put down anything, and we will eventually just have to fold to it. Abundant Harvest, I'm not worried about. Roko is a commander that I am significantly worried about, though. Because the boy is gas. He can just win by himself. I think he's been our featured dog commander at some point. He's gonna do cat tribal. I still have time. But I forgot. I need to build a cat tribal deck. It's essentially going to be the dog tribal deck, but with cats. And when you see this video, you'll have already seen the cat video, so you'll know how it went, even though I won't know how it went. We can quick study or rebuff. I think we go for a synergy play. Like, I imagine our opponent went with this line because they had a 3-drop in hand. They could cast off of the rock when it came down. Hoping they don't have a 2-drop. Yep. Okay. I'll pass the turn. We'll pretend to be a control deck. That was our only counterspell, so we are out of gas. Resolve. We'll cast in our commander. Vanishing Light? I guess I could have. We're setting up to win the race. I think that's where we're at. I was setting up for nothing, but I think now we're setting up to win the race. We just play our 2? I think we take both, but we do it in a specific order. And then we use a convoked cut short to land tax. Okay. Never gonna happen, opponent, but firmly dealt with. don't think this does anything. But, can you do? Opponent has yet to play their commander, which I'm very, very worried about. Calamity. Zakama, you say? Well, isn't that a bit of a pickle? What dork can you find for 4 mana? Because that's basically all you need at this point, right? 1 additional mana? Alright. Sure. Sure. What's the play here? Getting a Ripjaw Raptor? Don't know if I agree with any of this. With any of this. Let's draw some cards. Put some off Zakama for a turn, which I'm fine with, but I feel like 4 mana get a dork. Choose Zakama would probably be better. They found a land, so it doesn't really matter. I will give the initiative to our opponent. This instant is about to have flash, and that is what every instant really needs, honestly. You're just not powerful enough. What are you doing, opponent? I just don't get it. You have the biggest of baddest dinosaurs. Surely you can make it happen. Or do you just like drawing cards? I like drawing cards too, I suppose. Is it big bad dinosaur time? It's gotta be, right? Like, what else are they gonna do? Cast, Yep. That's exactly what I saw coming. That's the turn. Sudden Insight can be very, very powerful. But our opponent has to Wrathway our board for it to be really, really good. We just haven't done it yet. They really like casting Roku at 4 mana. I'm really not behind it either. The Hub's 92. I think you should cast your big dinosaur. I want to kill it. Is where I'm at, basically. I want to kill it. Do some damage? Maybe that'll prompt something? Do it, opponent. I dare ya. Nope, okay. They can't know I'm holding up removal. They're playing around removal like a champ. But how they've reached that conclusion, I know not. I just don't know. I've let the Polyraptor do its thing too long, too. Like, I want to get Zakama, basically. Because my removal is very limited. And, I was hoping that playing the Grasp of Fate would draw him out a bit, but my boy just holds their hands very close to their chest. They're not about to reveal their secrets. Not to me or to anybody, really. It's time. Okay. We need to kill Zakama. You knew it was going to happen, opponent. Is it attack time? I feel like it is. I don't know, I should be more proud of the deck because it's actually holding its own better than I expected. We have not cast a single rare, and we've done okay. 4 mana. You're triggering me, opponent. You're triggering me hard. Roko is capable of getting creatures onto the battlefield that have a greater mana value than 4. And you have nearly infinite mana. Surely you can make this happen. I know your dinosaurs nerf your team every time, or kill your Roko every time, but that is no excuse. I kind of just need everything to die. Raff, you're coming back, buddy. Good old draw 4. I'll take it. Did you say dinosaurs? I don't think you do. We have 10 mana. Oh, that's good. It's quite good. With kicker. Send him back, opponent. I can just recast them, unfortunately, but you know. You know. There are some big dinosaurs. I think the biggest is the 1212. Yeah. Geshath. That's the second big dinosaur we have to deal with. Resolve opponent. I think we tap that down. We momentarily blink this. We tap that down. We momentarily blink this. We tap that down. We vile duplication. Tap that down. Swing in for 8. Like, the plan came almost together. We put forth a show. That is a problem. So many dinosaurs will come forth. Play another dinosaur opponent. I dare you. Let's limit because they're both gonna die anyways. Your opponent has killed their Forerunner. Oh, it hasn't. What? You may. Okay. Okay. I see. I see. The highs and the lows, man. This should be enough. I didn't cast it from their hand, which is why we didn't get destroyed by it. Great hinge. But see, one of the problems with Artisan decks is that they are decent at staying in the game. They're just harder to close out the game with, right? Like, Slinn Voda is our strongest creature. 8/8's about the power that we can go to. You were actually insanely good. I am utterly impressed. Go on, an opponent. Many Partings. Very cool Lord of the Rings card. Not really an effect that we haven't seen elsewhere, but do we just die? We do just die. Sad. And we even drew our opponent a card. Slinn Voda's final stand against the dinosaur Gishath will be remembered for all of time. GG. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.